Alpomysh, a heroic epic. Chapter 1, Prelude and Hero's Early Life. In a vast steppeland, the old ruler Baijan ruled the tribe. He was wise but sad. He had no children. His wife too was old. The people worried who would lead them next. Baijan prayed to the skies. He asked for a son. One night, a bright star shone. A holy man visited in a dream. He said, "A great hero will come. His name will be Alpomysh." Soon, Baijan's wife felt life inside her. The tribe rejoiced. They held feasts. They sang songs. When the baby was born, the sky glowed. The child was strong. His eyes sparkled like stars. They named him Alpomysh. The people believed he was special. They saw strength in his tiny hands. As a boy, Alpomysh grew fast. He ran across the plains. He climbed high hills. No one could catch him. He loved horses. He tamed a wild colt. He named it Jadiger. The horse became his friend. They raced together. The tribe watched in awe. Alpomysh was not like other boys. One day, a wolf attacked the herd. The men were scared. Alpomysh was only 10. He grabbed a stick. He faced the wolf. His eyes were fearless. He struck the wolf hard. It ran away. The tribe cheered. They called him a hero. Baijan was proud. His son was brave. Alpomysh trained every day. He learned to use a bow. His arrows hit every target. He practiced with a sword. He sparred with older boys. He won every fight. His father taught him wisdom. "A hero needs a good heart," Baijan said. Alpomysh listened. He helped the poor. He shared his food. At 12, Alpomysh faced a test. A storm hit the tribe. The river flooded. The tents were in danger. Alpomysh led the boys. They built a dam with stones. The water stopped. The tribe was safe. The elders blessed him. They said, "He will protect us all." One night, Alpomysh had a dream. A white eagle spoke to him. It said, "Your path is hard. You will face danger, but you will win." Alpomysh woke up. He felt strong. He told his father. Baijan smiled. He knew his son was chosen. The tribe held a great feast. They honored Alpomysh. He was young but mighty. The singers told his story. They sang of his birth. They sang of his courage. The people believed in him. Alpomysh stood tall. He felt his destiny. He was ready for great deeds. Chapter 2. The Quest for the Bride. Alpomysh heard of Barchin, a beautiful maiden. She lived far away in Kalmyk lands. Her father was a fierce Khan. Many sought her hand. Alpomysh felt a fire in his heart. He wanted her as his bride. His father Baidian warned him. The journey was dangerous. The Khan was cruel. Alpomysh did not care. He saddled his horse, Jadegir. He took his bow and sword. He left at dawn. The path was long. The steppe turned to desert. The sun burned hot. Alpomysh rode for days. He crossed dry rivers. He climbed rocky hills. Bandits watched from shadows. They attacked at night. Alpomysh drew his sword. He fought them off. His horse galloped fast. The bandits fled. Alpomysh was unharmed. He felt stronger. He reached a dark forest. A giant snake blocked the way. Its eyes glowed red. Alpomysh aimed his bow. He shot an arrow. The snake hissed and fell. The path was clear. Alpomysh rode on. He met a wise old man. The man gave him water. He said, "Beware the Khan's tricks." Alpomysh thanked him. He continued his quest. At the Kalmyk border, guards stopped him. They laughed at his youth. They challenged him to a duel. Alpomysh accepted. He faced their best warrior. The fight was fierce. Swords clashed. Alpomysh was quick. He struck the warrior down. The guards were shocked. They let him pass. Alpomysh entered the Khan's land. The Khan's palace was grand. Barchin was there. Her beauty was like the moon. Alpomysh saw her from afar. His heart raced. The Khan held a tournament. Suitors came to win Barchin. They had to shoot arrows, race horses, and fight. Alpomysh joined. He hid his name. He wore a simple cloak. In the archery contest, Alpomysh aimed true. His arrows hit every mark. The crowd cheered. In the horse race, Jadeja flew like the wind. No one could catch them. The Khan grew angry. He did not want a stranger to win. He set a final test, a duel with his champion. The champion was huge. He carried a heavy club. Alpomysh faced the champion. The crowd was silent. The champion swung hard. Alpomysh dodged. He struck with his sword. The champion fell. The Khan was furious. But Barchin smiled. She chose Alpomysh. The Khan could not refuse. A great feast began. Alpomysh and Barchin were wed. The people danced and sang. Alpomysh won his bride. But danger lingered. The Khan plotted revenge. Alpomysh stayed alert. He held Barchin's hand. Chapter 3: Trials in Exile. Alpomysh and Barchin left the Kalmyk lands. They rode with joy. Their love was strong, but danger followed. The Khan, Barchin's father, was bitter. He felt shamed. Alpomysh had won his daughter. The Khan wanted revenge. He sent spies to track them. Alpomysh sensed trouble. He kept his sword close. Barchin stayed brave. They crossed deserts and mountains. The journey was hard. Nights were cold. Food was scarce. They shared what little they had. One evening they camped by a river. Stars shone above. Alpomysh told Barchin stories. She laughed softly, but hoofbeats broke the silence. The Khan's men attacked. They were many. Alpomysh fought fiercely. His sword flashed. Barchin shot arrows. They held their ground, but a traitor struck from behind. Alpomysh fell, stunned. The men bound him. They dragged him away. Barchin screamed. She fought hard, but they pushed her back. Alpomysh was gone. The Khan's men took Alpomysh to a dark fortress. They threw him into a dungeon. The walls were stone. The air was damp. Chains held his wrists. The Khan appeared. His eyes were cold. "You shamed me," he said. "Now you rot." Alpomysh stayed silent. He would not beg. The Khan laughed. He left Alpomysh in darkness. Days passed, then weeks. Alpomysh grew thin. His body ached, but his spirit was strong. He thought of Barchin. He whispered her name. Barchin was alone. She hid in the hills. The Khan's men searched for her. She moved at night. She ate roots and berries. Her heart was heavy. She missed Alpomysh. But she felt a new strength. She was pregnant. Their child grew inside her. She touched her belly. She made a vow. She would protect their child. She would find Alpomysh. She wrapped herself in a cloak. She disguised herself as a wanderer. The Khan's court was cruel. Suitors came for Barchin. They thought she was weak. A man named Tulte led them. He was tall and cunning. He wanted Barchin. He wanted power. He spread lies. He said Alpomysh was dead. Barchin heard the rumors. She hid her tears. She acted strong. She rejected Tulte. He grew angry. He sent men to find her. Barchin was clever. She left traps. She slowed their hunt. In the dungeon, Alpomysh suffered. Guards gave him stale bread. Water was dirty. Rats scurried in the dark. He heard cries from other prisoners. Some lost hope. Alpomysh did not. He sang old songs. They kept him strong. One night, a guard took pity. He was old and kind. He slipped Alpomysh extra food. "Stay alive," he whispered. Alpomysh nodded. He carved marks on the wall. Each mark was a day. He counted them. He planned escape. Barchin found a village. The people were poor, they hid her. An old woman helped. Her name was Gulsum. She gave Barshin shelter. She taught her herbs. Barshin learned fast. She made salves for wounds. She helped the sick. The village loved her, but Tulte's men came. They burned huts. They demanded Barchin. She fled at night. Gulsum gave her a horse. Go to the mountains, she said. Barchin rode fast. Her heart raced. In the dungeon, Alpomysh grew weak. His chains cut his skin. He dreamed of Barchin. He saw her face. He saw a child. The dream gave him hope. One day, the kind guard spoke. The Khan plans to kill you, he said. Alpomysh listened. He asked for a knife. The guard hesitated. Then he gave one. Alpomysh hid it. He waited for a chance. The guards changed at dawn. They were tired. Alpomysh struck. He broke his chains. He fought the guards. He ran. Bakin reached the mountains. She found a cave. It was cold but safe. She built a fire. She sang to her unborn child. She felt kicks. She smiled. But Tulte's men were close. She heard their horses. She climbed higher. She hid in shadows. She threw rocks to mislead them. They passed by. Barchin was safe for now. She prayed for Alpomysh. She believed he lived. Alpomysh escaped the fortress. He was weak but fast. He stole a horse. He rode into the night. The Khan's men chased him. Dogs barked. Arrows flew. Alpomysh rode hard. He crossed the river. The dogs lost his scent. He hid in reeds. The men gave up. Alpomysh was free, but he was far from home. He needed Barchin. He needed his child. Barchin's time came. She gave birth in the cave. It was a boy. She named him Karachar. He was strong, like his father. Barchin was tired, but happy. She wrapped him in her cloak. She fed him. She sang to him. She told him of Alpomysh. Karachar grew fast. He crawled in the cave. Barchin taught him. She made a small bow. He played with it. She smiled. He was her hope. Alpomysh wandered the steppe. He was weak. He ate wild plants. He found a shepherd. The man was kind. He gave Alpomysh food. He gave him clothes. Alpomysh told his story. The shepherd listened. He knew of Barchin. She hides in the mountains, he said. Alpomysh's heart leapt. He thanked the man. He rode toward the mountains. He felt stronger. Barchin faced danger. Tulte found her cave. He brought men. They surrounded her. Barchin held Karachar. She stood tall. She spoke boldly. You will not take me, she said. Tulte laughed. He stepped forward. Barchin threw a stone. It hit his head. He fell. His men froze. Barchin ran. She carried Karachar. She climbed higher. She hid again. Alpomysh reached the mountains. He searched for Barchin. He called her name. The wind carried his voice. Barchin heard it. She thought it was a dream. She called back. Alpomysh followed the sound. He climbed steep rocks. He found the cave. Barchin saw him. She cried with joy. They embraced. Alpomysh saw Karachar. He held his son. His heart was full. The family was together. But Tulte was close. Alpomysh planned. He would fight. Barchin was ready. They hid Karachar. They prepared for battle. The trials were not over, but they were strong. Their love was unbreakable. They faced the future as one. Chapter 4. The Return and Vengeance. Alpomysh, Barchin, and their son Karachar hid in the mountain cave. They were together again. Their hearts were full, but danger loomed. Tulte, Barchin's cruel suitor, hunted them. The Khan's men were close. Alpomysh knew they could not stay. He looked at his family. His eyes were fierce. He vowed to return home. He would reclaim his honor. He would defeat his enemies. Karachar was young but strong. He was only a toddler, yet he walked like a warrior. Barchin had taught him well. She made him a small bow. He aimed at stones. He hit them every time. Alpomysh watched his son. He saw himself in the boy. Karachar would grow mighty, but now they needed to move. The family packed their things. They took only what they needed. Alpomysh carried Karachar. Barchin carried their hopes. They left the cave at night. The stars guided them. Alpomysh knew the step. He led them through hidden paths. Tulte's men were near. Their fires glowed in the distance. Alpomysh moved quietly. Barchin kept Karachar silent. They crossed a cold river. The water was deep. Alpomysh held his son high. Barchin swam beside him. They reached the other side. They were safe for now. The family traveled for days. They ate wild berries. They drank from streams. Alpomysh told stories to keep Karachar brave. Barchin sang soft songs. They reached a small village. The people were kind. They knew Alpomysh's name. They had heard of his deeds. They gave him a horse. It was strong like Jadigar. They gave Barchin food. They blessed Karachar. The village chief spoke. "Your home is taken," he said. "Usurpers rule your tribe." Alpomysh's heart burned. His father's land was stolen. A man named Surkan ruled now. He was a traitor. He had served Baijan once. Now he wore the crown. Alpomysh clenched his fist. He would take it back. Barchin touched his arm. "We will win," she said. Karakar looked up. He held his tiny bow. Alpomysh nodded. They would fight as one. They rode toward home. The steppe was wide. The wind was cold. Alpomysh trained Karachar as they traveled. He taught him to ride. The boy was fearless. He clung to the horse. Barchin smiled. She made arrows for Alpomysh. She sharpened his sword. They met travelers on the road. Some were allies. They joined Alpomysh. Others were spies. Alpomysh saw through their lies. He sent them away. The tribe's lands were near. Alpomysh saw the old hills. Memories flooded back. He had run here as a boy. Now he returned as a warrior. But Surkan's men guarded the borders. They were many. Alpomysh hid his family. He scouted alone. He saw their camp. The guards were lazy. They drank and slept. Alpomysh smiled. He had a plan. At night, Alpomysh struck. He moved like a shadow. He silenced the guards. He stole their weapons. He returned to Barchin. "We attack at dawn," he said. She nodded. Karachar slept in her arms. She whispered to him, "Your father will win." Alpomysh gathered his allies. They were few but loyal. They trusted him. He spoke to them. "We fight for our home. We fight for honor." Dawn came. The sky was red. Alpomysh led the charge. His horse galloped. His sword shone. His allies followed. Surkan's men woke in panic. They grabbed their spears. The battle began. Alpomysh fought like a storm. He cut through the enemy. His allies were brave. They pushed forward. Barchin stayed hidden. She guarded Karachar. She shot arrows from a hill. Her aim was true. Surkan heard the fight. He rode out with his army. He was tall and cruel. His armor was heavy. He saw Alpomysh. He laughed. "You are weak," he shouted. Alpomysh did not answer. He charged at Surkan. Their swords clashed. The sound echoed. The tribe watched from afar. They knew Alpomysh. They whispered his name. The fight was long. Surkan was strong, but Alpomysh was faster. He dodged every blow. He struck Surkan's arm. The traitor roared. He swung again. Alpomysh leaped. He slashed Surkan's side. Blood fell. Surkan weakened. Alpomysh raised his sword. He struck hard. Surkan fell. The enemy army froze. They dropped their weapons. They knelt to Alpomysh. The tribe cheered. They ran to Alpomysh. They called him king. Barchin brought Karachar. The boy ran to his father. Alpomysh lifted him high. The people shouted. They were free. But Tolte was still out there. He had joined Surkan. He fled when Surkan fell. Alpomysh knew he would return. He sent scouts to find him. The tribe rebuilt their home. They raised new tents. They sang old songs. Alpomysh ruled wisely. Bachin stood by him. She was his queen. Karachar grew stronger. He trained with his father. The people loved him. They told stories of Alpomish's return. They sang of his vengeance, but Tulte was not done. One night, Tulte attacked. He brought mercenaries. They came in darkness. They burned tents. Alpomysh woke. He grabbed his sword. Bachin took Karachar to safety. The tribe fought back. Alpomysh found Tulte. The suitor sneered. "I will take everything," he said. Alpomysh did not speak. He attacked. The duel was fierce. Tulte was cunning. He used tricks, but Alpomysh was ready. He blocked every move. He struck Tulte's leg. The man stumbled. Alpomysh raised his sword. He remembered Bachin's pain. He remembered the dungeon. He struck. Tulte fell. The mercenaries fled. The tribe was safe. Alpomysh returned to Bachin. She held Karachar. They embraced. The tribe gathered. They held a great feast. They honored Alpomysh. They honored Bachin. They blessed Karachar. The singers told their story. They sang of love. They sang of vengeance. Alpomysh looked at his family. His heart was at peace. The land healed. The tribe grew strong. Alpomysh ruled with wisdom. Bachin guided the people. Karachar trained every day. He would be a hero. The steppe was green again. The sky was clear. Alpomysh's name lived forever. His vengeance was complete. His home was restored. Thank you so much for watching this epic tale. I hope you loved every moment of it. For more thrilling stories like this, give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Talk Through Tales. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a new adventure. See you soon with another captivating story.